Hey, what's up, Couch Potatoes? We're back with some more spooky season. This time we're talking about way back in 2007, found footage phenomenon. This is REC, R-E-C. Wrecked them, damn near killed them, right? Because this movie was something. I was kind of exhausted with the found footage thing about, oh gosh, I don't know, around 2013 or 14. I was just like, no more found footage on our spooky season list. And so we just kind of just punted on that. But the REC is one that always kept coming back as like, this is like one that's legitimately good. I think the last one that I really liked was Grave Encounters. So I was like, okay, does it kind of compare with that? And everybody's like, it's better. It's better than Grave Encounters. I was like, okay, all right, let's see. So this was her number one pick, you guys, to watch this year. She loves found footage. I'm hit or miss on it.
I enjoy it.
I feel like they just got so lazy with it.
Okay, so there are some that they depend too much on found footage to carry the film where they don't have a good story, and that's what it is. It's not as good, but this I think delivered.
So we're going to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, then kind of our rating and stuff first. What I liked about this a bit was usually I hate shaky cam, and that's going to come with the territory and found footage. But with this, I felt like it was so real because the movie's so visceral, guys. I mean, it's just complete chaos when you're going up and down these stairwells in this movie. And it's like one of those where a complaint I always have is like, while this is going on, what cameraman is going to sit there and record that? He don't. Pablo, he books it, man. There's zombies and shit. He's up the stairs, you know. And I thought that they had a really good use for them carrying the camera everywhere because obviously later when it's dark, they're using it for light. They're wanting to document everything that's going on because they're thinking they're going to get out of here and they're going to sue the shit out of these people for quarantining them in this building. So I thought that was a really, really cool thing. What did you really, really like?
I liked the found footage aspect of it. It really, my heart rate was up.
Yeah.
The running, the shaky cam, like that got me. And then I liked that there was kind of this shift on what was spooky. You start with the sickness that everybody's having and it's spreading. And then you get upstairs and there's a whole other thing to be terrified of, and it delivered.
Yeah, it delivered. It was a kind of thing where I felt like they didn't need that kind of explanation in a movie like this, but I appreciate it, and I think that that's going to be something that they were building out to want to make sequels, which I've heard are very good too. But once you get up there to the final room, let's put it that way, there's some. It's like Blair Witch levels of like, what the shit is going on right now? So and the creeps up there, but I was legitimately freaked out a couple times. It was one of those that said, I think the description said it was harrowing. Yeah. Perfect explanation. It just, I feel like these movies always are good at just making you feel claustrophobic because you don't see very much out of your peripherals, and that makes it a little scarier.
You don't know where stuff is
coming
from. And
this is in those tight corridors. They're going up and down the stairwell and stuff. It's set
in Barcelona.
Was it figure out it was Barcelona? Yeah.
So it's those kind of apartment buildings. And
I guess what I didn't like, I thought that the protagonist was a little annoying sometimes. Now look, I know in that situation you're gonna be freaking out, you're gonna be screaming, you're gonna be panicked. But like she's one part she like sends go up there, Pablo, and see what you can find on the camera. And then she's like, Pablo, tell me what you've seen. He's like, shut up.
He's trying to sneak, and the whole time she's yelling at him. I'm like, you're the worst sneaker ever.
I didn't dislike the character, but that did a couple times get on my nerves. Like, oh my god, be quiet. Now look, you're scared. Like the part she's got like both hands around. You're scared. It's hard to not hyperventilate when what was going on was happening. I get that, and these people are running off pure adrenaline. But one thing I did like also was like the little girl that shocked the shit out of me, and it was good.
I kind of felt it coming because you remember I called it about her lips. I felt it coming.
It freaked me out, and they made it. Another thing I like the sounds that they make. That they almost sound like dying cattle or something.
Yeah, no, I have no idea.
Super creepy,
the
super
sound
creepy.
Work was great.
So yeah, I like most of this movie.
I liked most of it. The one officer that was like obsessed with stop recording. I'm like, dude, focus on anything else.
It's like I think you got bigger problems right now.
Yeah, guy with the camera. I didn't like that. I caught some of the captions were loosely translated.
She's fluent in Spanish, guys, and she knows more than the people who subtitled the movie.
They weren't wrong, but they weren't right.
Like, did he say one time like it's all Greek, but he said Chinese or something, vice versa? Yeah.
And it's important because there are Chinese people in this apartment building. And he's like, "What's wrong with you guys? Can't you go downstairs? Am I speaking Chinese or something?" That's what he said in Spanish, but the translation says, "Am I speaking Greek or something?" And I'm like, well, it's kind of important that one's
So if you aren't fluent in Spanish, guys, I think you'll be okay. You won't be okay with this. But I had everybody ask me like right away, like, "Whoa, which one do you watch?" And you watching the American version, the original? I'm like, "Well, we're watching Rec, not Quarantine. Quarantine was the American version." But
I didn't realize that.
we watched Rec, and I think that if we're gonna move into final thoughts, I say I love this. It was very good. I love the way it just seems so real. I mean, a lot of times you can tell like, yeah, there's this had been one of those, have been like back in the day, have been like, shit, is this actually real? You know, like when Blair Witch came out and they had everybody believing it was actual real footage. This was very convincing in that regard. I was very, very pleased with what they pulled off here, and I'm anxious to continue with this franchise because I think there's a lot more to be explored. We watched a trailer for Rec 2 and it looked good, but I think you liked this quite a bit as well, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3-star
Okay.
as a movie and a 4-star on the spooky because well after that movie was over, my heart was still like
we had planned on doing 2 movies that night. We were planning on doing that and Insidious Red Door, and she was like, I need like a little break before we start Insidious. We ended up not watching Insidious because she needed something bright and colorful and played video games for a while, you know, to kind of ease her mind a little bit. So yeah.
Plus there's a lot going on in that movie and I didn't want to conflate the two.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I want you to be nice and in charge and ready for Insidious, you know, so which a movie that scared the hell out of her the first time. So we'll see. But this was a definitely I would probably give it a pay to see it. I think this is as far as like found footage goes, this would be pretty high on my list. This is done really, really well.
For you to say that and knowing that found footage is not your genre, like that's a pass for you more times than not, that's quite a testament.
Yeah, it was really, really well done. So this is one that I think that did meet the hype because it did have a lot of hype before it. And I'll be honest, something's got a lot of expectations. Like we talked about Creep, where it has a lot of expectations, and I'm kind of like, you know, it will. When it comes to books, I'm usually like, I don't care what I've heard. I'm going to be able to go into that and make up my own mind. But with movies, sometimes I will, if something is really, really hyped, I will raise my expectations a little bit. And it didn't matter with this. It did meet them for sure. So if you don't like found footage, this isn't the one that's going to change your mind, I don't think. But if you are okay with the found footage genre, this is definitely one of the best.
Or if you took a break, you're ready to come back, this is the one to come back to.
I think so. So that's what we got, guys. We got on deck next. We have Insidious: The Red Door, and I'm excited to see the conclusion with that group. So it's very, very exciting, I think. I've heard mixed things on it, but again, I don't care. I'm just excited that we've got more Insidious with the original cast, and I'm excited to get to it. But Wreck, guys, it will wreck you, pun intended. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will talk to you soon. Drop down below and let us know what you thought about Wreck, and we'll talk to you there.